But I think when we think of 50-50 relationships, I think people think of it in one specific way, and we'll just get to it. It's the finances, and that as a woman, a man is asking me to pay 50% of the living expenses for a home we both share. I don't think anybody's thinking about it in any other way, but I'm expected to pay some bills, and I don't want to do that. So, do we want to share our thoughts first, or do we want to go into this clip? What say ye, twins?
Let's start with the clip first, and then we can branch off from there. Let's start the clip.
Why is this 50-50 thing been so prominent, and why does it not work for both men and women?
All right, so as far as why it has risen to prominence is, again, I think it's this fight for equality. We're fighting so hard and we're losing sight of the bigger picture of balance. Balance is what we need for success, not equality in the relationship. And I would argue that equality in a relationship does not actually exist. Because if you were to examine 50-50 relationships, what you will find is over time, it's going to shift to one person doing more than the other. And I would argue 90% of the time, it's the woman doing more than the guy. Because think about this, the mindset of the man who wants to do 50-50 is very different than the man who's so in love with this woman that he wants to provide for her. But then if we go deeper into why this doesn't work. So one, it doesn't work because it's not really sustainable in the vast majority of cases. I'm not saying no one's ever pulled it off, but in majority of cases, it doesn't work. What a man has to understand, and it's actually mentioned in the book, The Way of the Superior Man,
yes,
where he says, don't make your woman your everything. I think what men underestimate is that women are in their head a lot. They're constantly thinking, constantly processing. So if too much is on her plate, she becomes mentally exhausted, mentally worn down. Yes. So when the woman says, I'm too tired for sex, the man thinks, well, you weren't doing nothing all day. Her mind was a million different places all day. By the time she got to this moment, she does not have the energy. When the mind goes, the body goes with it. So when you put too much in front of her, you are taking away her ability to thrive in certain areas. So as the book mentioned, you want to identify as a man, what do I need most from her? What's going to be most important from me? Let's now hone in on those things and find someone else to take care of the rest.
Great question. And that was a good video as well. But what exactly does the average woman offer? I mean, what they should offer, I could say it should be peace. It's what they should offer, right? Now, there's a lot in that video that I want to kind of unpack a little bit, though. But definitely, but peace. Peace should be the main thing that the woman should provide. With that being said, most men, when there's a danger that's going to happen, they're going to be the ones who's going to jump up first and protect their woman. Point blank period.
I'm going to put it out there. I'm just going to be plain. I don't do 50-50. I will do 100% by myself, plain and simple, before I do 50-50. That is my thing. And I'm talking about 50% on the bill. I'm going to be straight up. I am not going to suck your dick, have you give me anal, do all the things that I do, and on the 29th of the month, you're going to turn around and ask me for half the mortgage. It's not happening. I'm not doing it. Like, I was very clear. I'm very straight up. That was a little vulgar, but that's the reality. I am not taking care of your every single want and need. I am not showing you love by cooking for you and ironing your clothes. And I used to lotion you. You used to hear my ex talk. I would lotion that man's skin. I would, if he was going to work at 6 o'clock, I was up at 5:30 to make sure he had breakfast and he was fed and he came home and there was dinner. He didn't need or want for anything. I took everything off of his plate where he didn't have to worry. He just had to function and go to work and make money. And so that worked in our situation. He's not like what I just said. Mr. just said, imagine someone breaks in the house and it was socially acceptable for a man to say, you didn't suck my dick 5 times last week and I have a headache, you go handle that. Sorry. That was hilarious. I ain't even mad at you for saying that. I get it. Like what I said isn't for everybody. It's hilarious. That was funny.
Have you been married or in a relationship? Like, I need to know. Like, where are you at? Because I got a follow-up question when you respond. That's real, though. That's real. I like that.
That was listen. some real shit. It's just it's not not me. Like, I'm gonna be honest, that's just not me. Now, I'm also not the wife or the fiance who has a headache 5 times a week. Like, again, Twins was around. For those of you who are new to the show, Twins has been a supporter of this show from almost show number 1. And he heard my ex praise me for the most part about what a damn good woman I was to him. And I was the woman who was doing 30-day de-sucking challenges. And he never had to worry. He didn't ask crap. I every night I'd wipe him down and get to town. It's very rare that my ex asked for something sexually and he didn't get it. And when the woo-ha wasn't on service, my mouth still worked.